dealing with Bryopsis and NuAlgi trial week 2 review on this episode of Aqua Porn. What's up, YouTube? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Aqua Porn with me, Steve. We're doing the week 2 review of the NuAlgi trial. And I noticed, as you saw in the beginning, I got Bryopsis. Thought it was green hair algae, and as I started trialing the NuAlgi, the Bryopsis just went wham! Sent me in a panic. I even contacted NuAlgi because I wanted to arrest it really quick. Because of all the research you do on the net, it is one tough cookie to get out of your tank once you got it in there. So it was really starting to take over the tank, and I contacted them. I saw that if you use Kent Tech M, it's a magnesium level, and raise your magnesium levels, that'll arrest the development of the Bryopsis. And so I was in a panic, and I was like, well, what do? Do I stick with this trial? Do I keep going? But I wanted to arrest it as quickly as possible. Not that I have any doubt that NuAlgi would eventually take care of it, and you'll see why in a minute. But I really wanted to get on top of that quick, because Bryopsis will make a hobbyist pack it in. Some of the stuff I read said you can't even get rid of it unless you take out all your rock and scrub it. So here is the review of the NuAlgi. Here is the good news. Now, I have been painstakingly picking out each individual clump of Bryopsis. It grows like a carpet or kind of like a moss. It's got a root structure. They're really easy to pick out. I was just using some of my planting tongs, yanking them out of there. This is the second cup that I've filled all the way up, because I'm going to do a huge water change. Not that I don't think NuAlgi is going to work, but I'm going to combine it. You got a tough opponent or a tough enemy like Bryopsis, you need to be aggressive. So that's what I'm going to be. Now, the good news is I don't think I have to be all that aggressive. After picking out all the rock, I have noticed that the stuff that was left, let's see if I can get in on some, is starting to yellow and is actually starting to break apart. Now, I haven't even raised the magnesium yet. I haven't done the 35% water change. The only thing I've done is moved my power head. One of the problems I was having is I had the power head tucked up in that back corner, because I really don't like it just sticking out like that. I don't know, I'm weird, I just kind of wanted it hidden. And I knew that that was causing a low flow issue in this kind of corner right here. I knew that was happening, but it was causing low flow along the whole bottom of the tank. And then that's why when I had some deaths, I'm having a big Nerite snail die off for some reason right now, as well as my pistol shrimp just up and disappeared. Couple that with my contaminated water, and bam, I got a major algae outbreak. So starting to take care of these things, but I moved the power head to where they recommended it, right in the center, shooting straight across. So now I'm getting good flow up and down. So I digress a little bit. So the NuAlgi is starting to already get the Bryopsis that's left to thin or die out, or at least apparently so. Another thing I've noticed throughout week 2 is my sand bed. Still have a little cyano here and there, but it is, as you can see from the previous videos, it is definitely dying off. This area is looking really good here. A little cyano left over there. Over here we got a little cyano as well. This back corner, which is the one that was really bad, just has it in this area, and it's not nearly what it used to be. So it's starting to clump up, die off, as it's getting blown around by the power head. Another thing is the glass. Let's see if I can get in on some. You see the glass is a little bit bad here, and it's only really bad where I missed scraping on the last cleanup. But overall, you back up and it looks pretty good, with the exception of those areas. So those are some positive things. Another thing I noticed in my sump, this wall used to have all this, it used to be covered with this black stuff. Completely almost gone. Now I am getting some hair algae on the outside of my algae scrubber, which is weird. But I am getting some new algae growth down in here. As you can see, there's a little piece of that Bryopsis on there that I'm going to pluck out when I do my water change, and I think that that's all a big carpet of Bryopsis as well. I'm going to yank that, get that out of there. 2 weeks, and the algae scrubber has not produced any algae. And I have a feeling that that has to do with the NuAlgi, arresting that in there. So overall, the NuAlgi is just doing great, and I'm really excited to see that after painstakingly plucking all of that Bryopsis out of there, it's actually starting to die off. Now I am still going to do the 3-pronged attack. I got the flow fixed right now, 35% water change. I manually picked out 90%, as much as I could get out. That's step number 2. And then I'm going to raise the magnesium level. It said that if you raise the magnesium level to between 1600 ppm and 1850, that's going to arrest the development of the Bryopsis. And let's hope that that works. And I'm just going to couple that with my 3rd dose of the NuAlgi. Now the only negative things I've seen about NuAlgi, and I don't know if it has anything to do with NuAlgi or just my water parameters in general, but you can see here my carpet nem is really bleaching out, and this started last weekish, and 2 weeks ago, or about time, you can't even get him. I can't get him off. He's still adhered to the rock pretty well. He's behind my cleaner shrimp there. That is my bubble tip anemone. He inverted and has been inverted and slowly creeping back in there now for weeks. Now I tried to pull him off the rock. He's on there. So he's still alive and he's still pretty strong. But he's definitely, as you can see, super bleached, inverted. Definitely not a good sign. I can't attribute that to the NuAlgi. Maybe just my poor Aquarius skills. Who knows? Maybe just crappy Petco anemones. I don't know. But we'll see how that goes. I'm going to keep an eye on them. But overall, very pleased with the progress of this tank. Very pleased with the NuAlgi product. I'm really hoping that it's going to help the Bryopsis, because they did say, NuAlgi, when I was conversing with them about dosing the magnesium, that it will take care of it, but it would take 4+ weeks in order to arrest and get rid of the Bryopsis. So I'm fingers crossed that this 2-prong, 3-prong attack against it is going to take care of it. Have a good one, everybody. Comment, rate, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Have a good one.